Hey guys and ladies, welcome to another live stream. I've missed you guys. It has been a while. It has been a long time since my last stream. I think I forgot what to do. Look, people are telling me to hurry up. I am 7 minutes tardy. I do apologize. It has been a long time since I've streamed. I can't even remember the last stream. It was the January Scent Project stream. That's right. It was when John Beeble from January Scent Project joined. That is how long it's been. It has been a while, ladies and gentlemen, and it's probably going to be a while further because I have to do some, I've got to be busy here for the next, for coming up in the next week or two. So this may be a quick stream and then another break, although maybe I can get another stream or two in here in the next week or so. What's everyone wearing today? My wife dragged me to the Japanese Gardens in Fort Worth. It was actually the botanical / Japanese Gardens. And I wore for the very first time, and I loved every single second of it, this little bad boy, which you guys probably, unless you watched my 1984 video, this is a really obscure little piece. It's from a house called Jean-Louis Trintignant. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because he was actually a famous French actor. And so this is a celebrity fragrance from the 80s. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, though. If you love vintage fragrances, if you love unsweet, spicy, it almost feels like you're taking, like, imagine that you have a tray that you're going to put in the oven, and you put on a bunch of like anise and cardamom and stuff like that, and you put it into the oven, and you just let the heat kind of suck all the moisture out of it. And along with that moisture, out comes all of the sweetness. It is a fantastic 80s masculine. If you like the kind of stuff that I like, this should definitely be on the radar. Shout outs to Armando for putting this under my nose in one of the blind sniffing sessions. And it was one of those where as soon as I smelled it, I was like, I absolutely positively need a bottle of this. And I actually really like the packaging too. It's got his little logo on top and right here, and it's got his signature on it. It's good stuff. A good 80s fragrance I can definitely recommend. So let's catch up on some comments. I am excited to get to sniff these Melegs. This is actually the very first time I've sniffed any of these, so I'll be experiencing these blind with you guys. Let me get my good old handy dandy notepad. Do I even have any pages left? I do. Let's see what everyone's been wearing. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? Thanks for being here. How's Florida treating you? Regarding the paint, is the man receiving Antaeus from God or returning it? Does God have a return policy? I would assume that he is receiving the Antaeus from God. That makes a lot more sense than the other way around. Although maybe that's why God made us. Maybe he needed us to make Antaeus. Now he's satisfied. Good evening from Serbia, Dushan. It's been a while, my friend. I hope you've been doing well. Scent of the night, Aventus. Very interesting. Look at my drink of the night, a water bottle. I'm trying to stop using as many water bottles. My wife sent me an article today about all the plastics that, like, you know, when you leave a water bottle in the car and the plastic like seeps into the water, you know, and so she said I should be using water bottles, and I don't have any anything else other than this pink one. So pink water bottle of the night is drink of the night. I have a feeling that's going to spill. I have zero faith in this water bottle of the night, by the way. All right, let's see what everyone's wearing. You bought our de Capucci. Nice. Very nice. All I have is these little decants, and I ended up with 5 of them. So I do have 50 ml, I think, but these little 10 ml decants, these discovery atomizers of our de Capucci is fantastic. I would say this is a, if you want to kind of study what oak moss does in a perfume, Art de Capucci is definitely one that I can recommend. It is a huge mossy green 80s spicy, so textured, you know. I think this would be a tough wear for someone that doesn't love vintage fragrances. Actually, I think both of these would be tough wears because they're both so they're just they're the exact opposite of everything else that these houses are putting out nowadays. Good evening, Nick. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you indeed. Do you like Capucci? Smell the Melegs? I'm pumped too. I've never smelled them. I have never smelled them. I hope my nose is working today. All the Aaron Terrence Hughes bros said my nose was broken. So hopefully today it's working. Caron pour un homme. Ah, good stuff, Nick. I've never smelled Capucci, but I love oak moss. Oh yeah, you're in for one of the biggest oak moss fragrances of all time. I like to give these fragrances to my husband to wear. Yes, that's good stuff. That's a good shout. Then you can smell them on him and still wear something yourself for the day, right? Bravo indeed. Where are you? I'm the man of the hour. I got to make you guys wait a little bit. No, I usually am on time. I was actually chowing down on a bowl of cereal before this. I needed my energy. Walking around in the heat all day wore me out. Is a beauty classic. You know this fragrance, Rachel. I'm wearing Vintage Sticks by Coty, a rare treat. I don't think I've ever smelled that. I was playing with my vintage bottle of Azara Porum, and now my fingers smell better than my neck. Yes, that's right. Ajay, what's going on, man? Good to see you. The Ram. We did I just uploaded a 1985 video. So it was technically the Ram Duck's birthday year. That's why there's Rams and Ducks and birthday celebrations after the year. GMG. Scent of the day. Areej Dore Mysore Incenza. You have a bottle of that, Ajay. You're working off a sample. That's a really wearable Mysore and incense fragrance. Ciao indeed. What's up? What's up? I thought your favorite celebrity fragrance was you outed me pulling the strings. How did you know? How did you know? I love Cloud secretly. I just don't let you guys in on my little secret, you know. I hide it away. It's one of the bottles behind the barn doors, you know. New York Intense. Liz Mediterranean Evening. I've never smelled that, Eugene, but I did see you uploaded a video on Knize Ten. Can't wait to watch that. One of my favorite leathers. I hope you loved it. I'm shocked that you are just now smelling this because this is right up your alley. I assume in the video you ended up loving it, but I would really love to find a vintage of this and somehow, you know, do a comparison video, but the vintages are so expensive. As you know, vintage prices are skyrocketing. I gave Mudasir 3 fragrances to try to sell for me months ago. The 2007 bottle of the 2007 bottle of Paloma Picasso from 84, 85, I think. I forget. It was a Chypre for women, sold in like a week. And the other 2, one was like a 24-cent Story fragrance, and the other was a Mancera. It was Cedrat Boisé, and it was the vintage version with the twist cap instead of the magnetic cap. And Mudasir was saying that he's like, everyone wants vintage now. He's like, no one wants stuff like the Mancera anymore, which I can't blame him. But he was saying that, you know, even we've been reducing the price, and, you know, we'll reduce it $10 every couple weeks or whatever. And it's just no one even wants it. He's saying everyone who approaches him is asking about vintage. So it's a little bit of a revolution going on, I think. I will tell you that Amouage sent a picture of a email from a very well-known fragrance channel. I won't out who it is, but it's a guy that has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if you believe his subscribers are real. Hint, hint. But he sent an email asking about vintage fragrances from Amouage. And so it just goes to show how pervasive this is becoming in the community now. And I'm very proud of it, actually. I'm proud to be part of the spear kind of leading the way, because these modern fragrance companies, they should be ashamed of themselves. Like, I reviewed Dior's Spice Blend a couple days ago. Just absolute shite. Absolute shite. Hated it. I mean, the fragrance was just so boring and bland, but what I really hated about it was a copy of a designer from a decade ago. You know, it was a Spice Bomb clone almost. Not really a clone, but you could smell bits and pieces of Spice Bomb in there. And for Dior's like high-end line, the fact that they're doing stuff like that at $330 a bottle is just, I mean, it's almost like bang your head against a wall, pathetic. Sagamore, the most overlooked Sweezak, but I love it to bits. I'm coming around to it, GMG. I am coming around to Sagamore. It made a decent rating on my 85 video today. Rachel in the house. Scent of the day, Triad, 2 sprays, and Ottoman Empire, 10 sprays. 10 sprays of Ottoman Empire. Dude, you're going to smell Ottoman Empire for a week. Dravo. Masmilano Latessa. That was a good one. That was a decent iris. I liked it, but as usual, I didn't love it as much as the community hyped it up to be, you know? Yope Water. Rams, which Ottoman Empire do you have? I have OE3 coming. I don't own any, actually. The only one I have is I have a decant of the original. I have a decant of the original, and that's it. This is all the Ottoman Empire I have. So I cherish this. But I wore it the other day. It was actually my birthday scent. On my birthday, this is what I chose to wear, Ottoman Empire. It really goes to show how my tastes have kind of evolved over the years. Because, you know, lately all I want to wear are Areej Dores, Bortnikovs, Ensars, and vintage. You know, stuff like Trintignant. Stuff like this, you know, vintage and the artisanal houses, if you want to call it that. I have not been very interested in wearing many of my niches as of late. So Maxims Pour Homme, that's a fantastic fragrance, Manuel. I actually ended up backing it up because I love it so much. I think it's really underrated. One of these days, I'm going to review all these fragrances that I love. But yes, Maxims Pour Homme is fantastic. You know what's funny is this is one of these fragrances that has been discontinued for like 30 years. And the price just never moves. It's like 40 bucks. And I think it'll always be 40 bucks. It's one of those that, but it's so good. Fuck, it's good. Oh, man, that is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Bella Bellissima white leather. I don't think I've ever heard of that or smelled it pulling the strings. Corona. Interlude 53. I have a sample of that, Enrique. Shiva, who I have not heard from in a while, so I hope you are well, Shiva, Vareen, wherever you are. But Shiva actually sent me a decant of Interlude 53, so I'm going to do a quadruple comparison video. I'm going to do Interlude 53 versus the original OG Interlude with the snap cap versus the magnetic cap Interlude versus the Interlude Black Iris. So I'm going to do a quadruple comparison video one of these days. I don't think anyone's ever done that. That'll be a cool video to do. Although I should review them individually too. What is happening, Donnie? Good to see you. Hope you are well. And my purchase of the day, Van Cleef Pour Homme, 100 mil, 40 bucks. Holy shit, that's a steal. How did you find that, Paolo? I forget where you live. You were telling me there's deals like that all the time, right? Is it cold there? I have the bottles. Good stuff. Love Paloma Picasso. You know, I didn't love it. if I can find, that was a L'Oreal version though. Even in 2007, L'Oreal owned Paloma Picasso. So if I can find like a 80s or 90s bottle, I think I'll give it another shot. It's one of those I think I could love. But my L'Oreal bottle felt like all of it could be there if I found an older bottle. But that L'Oreal reformulation, that's why I ended up selling it. Arquise Sydney Rock Pool. I need to try more of those, Travis. Yeah, thanks for being here. All right, we're 15 minutes in. That email man is Sebastian. Great scent indeed. 2 sprays and was inside all day. Hated new Jubilation 25. Really? Tell me why. What was it like? Jubilation 2540, huh? I know how strong Interlude 53 is. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to test it soon. Oh God. You just want me to bash things. You know what's funny is I was thinking about this the other day. If you were someone who only reviewed new fragrances and you were someone that was honest, I think you would just, everything would be a bash. Like you would just bash everything. 99% of stuff would get bashed. That's what it feels like to me. They ended up just sending me Scandal Parfum instead of the gold plate EDP. I only paid 165. I knew it was going to be something like that, Sean. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I know you wanted the EDP. But yeah, the Parfum for 165, I guess that is a good deal. That is a good deal for sure. I was worried they were going to send you the Parfum Cologne. So you made out there. Did you guys see that Nishane is doing like Hachivat X, Fan Your Flames X, you know, Wulong Cha X. What's up with this X thing? Your birthday. Coming up soon, Dushan. Mitsouku from 1950s. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, I have to do a comparison. I've got Rachel's 1950s decant. I have to do a comparison. And I will, it smells divine from the atomizer. I still haven't sprayed it, but I'm going to do a comparison with Mitsouku, with my Mitsouku, which is more modern. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday, Dushan. Indeed. Happy birthday indeed, man. What are you going to wear? What's your birthday scent of the day going to be? I bought 2 1,000 ml bottles of Le Male from eBay, hoping they are not factice bottles. Batch codes come up 2009. 1,000 ml. Dude, they're going to be factices. I don't think they made 1,000 mils of Le Male. Maybe that's what they sprayed in the air of the mall in the freaking 90s when you walked in and everything smelled like Le Male. The mall literally smelled like Le Male. Your thoughts on SAR? Haven't tried it? The vintage Paloma Picasso bottles are way better. L'Oreal, yes, they do. They are one of the worst. I think they're one of the worst violators of our trust. Happy birthday, Dushan. I only have one fragrance from Meleg. I forgot the name. It's the rose-based one. It's good. Nice. I have a video on a couple Melegs. I forget what they were called, but there is a Meleg playlist on my channel, and I'll add this to it. Some Kind Soul, I can't remember who it was, sent me Civet Cat Chypre number 50, which I don't think that's one of the ones that I reviewed. Now I got to check. Hang on. Now I'm doubting myself. What were my Meleg videos that I did? My 1,000,001 playlist that I have. Here we go. Meleg. There's 2 videos. North Pacific Shoreline and Birch Tar and Russian Leather. So yes, I haven't done any of the Melegs we're going to talk about today. When is the new Juby coming out? I can write a song. L'Oreal sucks. Thank you, Anuj. You are too kind, my friend. You are way too kind. OG Allure Homme. Love your shirt. You like it? Yes, that's right. That lion has a name. I think of him as the Express Lion because Express always used to use that logo. But the snorkel, It's Nishane celebrating their 10 years. Oh, God. Are there going to be any differences, or just like a special edition bottle? I buy my bottles mainly from Facebook's group. Yeah, I know. You've said that. And I've been boycotting Facebook. I should probably just bite the bullet and do a Facebook. It's extremely disappointing. Really? The extra version, the one that's supposed to be make up for the fact they destroyed the regular Jubilation. Man, you know what? That makes my purchase of the vintage Jubilation seem even better. I am not flexing on you guys, I promise. But shout out to Armando for being very fair with me on this. And it is fantastic. I wore it. We had a crawfish boil. Oh, I can't remember, like maybe like a week ago. And after the crawfish, you know, like when you open up crawfish, it gets everywhere sometimes. So like you'd crack a crawfish and like it would squirt in your hair. And I was like, I got to take a shower. So after I showered, it wasn't my scent of the day, but in the evening after I showered, I put this on and I was like, wow, this is fantastic. Lasted forever. I could literally smell it in the morning. Like I went to bed, didn't respray it, went to bed, and I could still smell it the very next morning. So yeah, I'm over the moon with that purchase. Those are going to get harder and harder to find, I think. I'm interested to hear about Golden Guy. All right, well, let's get spraying. Let's spray Civic Cat Chypre first. Since I do love Chypres, is it safe to put these Melegs on my skin? I'm going to trust him in his home, his his home lab, his homemade lab that he's got going on. You guys know I do love Chypres. So my guess is this is probably going to be an easy sell for me. That's my guess. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I really do like that. It reminds me right off of the bat a little bit of, like, imagine if you took something like well, it's reminding me a little bit of it's reminding me a little bit of Mitsouku, and it's reminding me a little bit of this. It's reminding me a little bit of Darren Allen's Chypre. Darren Allen Chypre #1. If you guys have smelled this, shout out to Rachel for this very kind discovery atomizer too. I have to review this one day. But this is really good. I might actually like Meleg Civic Cat Chypre a little bit better than Darren Allen's even. It's you know what it is? There's this old school almost like this irisy old school, like iris vanilla tonka labdanum thing that I feel like I'm smelling. And it's reminding me a little bit of, right now, it's reminding me a little bit of if you took something like Mitsouku and mixed it with something like Shalimar. I know that sounds crazy for a Chypre, but I'm getting a little bit of this vintage Guerlain blend here to my nose. But I'm definitely getting this like powdery, there's powdery bits here, and they're almost cosmetic-y, almost like, let's see what the hell he used in here. Okay, top bergamot, aldehydes, and orange. Yeah, definitely old school aldehydic Chypre thing going on. With carrot seed, I bet you it's the carrot seed that's giving it that sort of irisy. You know, carrot seed can be used to supplement iris sometimes. And if you've ever smelled something like this, this is one of my favorite carrot seed examples, Loewe 001 Man. This is the Eau de Parfum, I think. Yes. Yes, this is the Eau de Parfum. There's also an Eau de Toilette, but if you like Dior Homme, that's fantastic. Great modern fragrance. No one talks about. 001 Man is a great buy, I think. This is really, really good. This is really to my taste. Let's see. Ethiopian civet in the base. Yeah, there's definitely, if you've ever smelled zoologist's civet, there's a little bit of that zoologist civet meets Mitsouku meets Shalimar, if you can think of that blend together. And Darren Allen's Chypre No. 1 reminded me a little bit of the way that the zoologist perfumer Shelley Waddington used this this sort of structure of her Chypre, and I thought they were very similar. And even maybe Roja's Chypre Extraordinaire you could throw in there, but Roja's Chypre Extraordinaire was very disappointing to me. One of the most disappointing Rojas, I thought. I thought it was overpriced by like a factor of 10. You know, it was super overpriced. And but yes, I mean, for me, oh, I just looked over at the comments and I saw Pearl Essence and I thought it was Persolaise. I was like, what the Persolaise is in my chat? No, Pearl Essence. You tricked me. Thanks for being here, though. Whoever you are, thank you for being here. Ah, JJ. Hello, everyone, indeed. Julian Raskinay made Hachivat X and Wulong Cha X. Did he not make the original? Meleg is so good. GMG. Scent of the day, Salome, and for a week every single day. Can't help it. I know, it's amazing. I think you found your signature scent there. I told you what to try, right? If you love Salome that much, try Bala Versailles. Go watch my review on Bala Versailles. This may be a little hard to find and a little expensive. And honestly, if you have Salome and you love it as much as you do, I would say maybe stick with it. But if you really want to go down the rabbit hole and you have some money to blow, because it's going to be expensive most likely because this is discontinued, Bala Versailles, I think, would be right up your alley. It's really good. Really, really good. Mortal Skin. I've never smelled that Arbaz. This is really good. This might be my favorite Meleg so far, which is not surprising, as I am a Chypre lover. But yeah, this is Indian Sandalwood, Oak Moss Absolute, Orris Root, Tonka Bean Absolute, and Labdanum. This is good. Yeah, I mean, there's this vanillic vibe to it though. There's this I think there's a lot of bergamot in here, and I think there's a lot of labdanum, and I think that bergamot labdanum combo with that Chypre kind of structure is maybe what's giving off slight Shalimar vibes. So yes. Yeah, good stuff. Is Dior Essence a good buy? Dior Essence, the Guy Robert. Absolutely, it's a good buy. It's actually, I think that for me, it's kind of a toss-up between, if you can find one of these older bottles for cheap like I did, go for it. Dior Essence is I could easily make the case for Dior Essence being Guy Robert's best creation. Although, you know, what makes it hard to say that is Gold Man. For me, it's a toss-up between Gold Man and Dior Essence. And don't believe anything you read online about Gold Man. It's complete crap. I mean, I don't think I don't think 90% of what people write about Gold Man holds any merit to when a perfume lover smells Gold Man versus, let's say, somebody who is just maybe intermittently in the hobby, someone that has like 5 bottles and one of them is Sauvage and one of them is Eros and one of them is, you know, whatever else the hell is popular nowadays. Dolce & Gabbana's Dolce & Gabbana is the one, you know, and that's their collection. And they smell Gold Man for the first time and they're like, oh my God, it's so powdery and grandma-y, and don't believe any of that crap. This is a fantastic, one of the best fragrances I think ever made. Euro Rose described this as the impossible fragrance. Like, it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't. These lists of ingredients and the way it was blended, it shouldn't have created this, but it did. You know, it just created a masterpiece. So don't believe anything you read online about Gold Man. But Dior Essence really surprised me. Big surprise. And this came out in 1969, so it came out decades before Gold Man. But there is a similarity for me between something like Dior Essence and, let's say, Chamade. So if you know Chamade, you'll kind of have an idea of the ballpark that Dior Essence plays in. But yeah, these two, and they both came out in 1969 too. So, you know, but yes, this is almost required sniffing. If you're a Guy Robert fan, for sure. Absolutely. Where were we? You look beautiful in that photo. Yes, I do like your new photo, Allie. Spot on. Yeah, I got it after our conversation about it. The ink note is amazing, but on my skin, it comes out like a toned down, dry down of Figment Man. Interesting. He's one of the low-key reviewers. I love Persolaise. I think Persolaise is one of the good ones. He's one of the good ones in the community for sure. 100%. Absolutely. Did you get a regular Jubilation or extract? Regular. If you love Chypres, you should try Fendi. I have it. No, it's fantastic. Yeah, I ended up getting it. I haven't talked much about it on the channel yet, but it is very, very good. I keep forgetting to mention it when I mention these. Did this come out in 1985? See, Parfumo says 1987. I think Base Note says 85, but Parfumo says 87. So yeah, since I've been going off of Parfumo, whenever I do my this year in perfume, this will be on the 1987 video. But I'll mention that Base Notes has it in 85. I am really liking this Civic Cat Chypre. That's very, very good. The labdanum is a little bit Le Lion-ish, if that makes sense. There's a little bit of this Le Lion vibe. Yeah, there's a little bit of this Le Lion vibe. Absolutely. Something with the labdanum. But man, warming up on my skin, I'm really digging this Civic Cat Chypre. Definitely, without a doubt, I would say hands down my favorite Meleg right now. Hands down, which is not a surprise since I love Chypres, but yeah, that's really good. I have the Reflection Extra. It's pretty damn good. I wouldn't pay retail though. Yeah, that ambergris note is unbelievable in Dior Essence, I'll tell you that. He's someone you can trust his nose. There is even a Hachivat Oud coming. No. You don't say, Enrique. The vintage Dior frags are wonderful. Always worth it, in my opinion. It is good. No, they do. You can't believe what what's written about Gold Man. If you go to Gold, even on some of the lists that I do, people will come and comment in my videos and say, I can't believe you had gold so high. It's a grandma fragrance. It's an old woman fragrance. You know, it smells like piss and powder, and don't believe any of that. I mean, for a fragrance lover, if you try this and give it a chance, truly give it a chance, I think you'll fall in love with it. Someone was telling me that the old Gold Mans that were the pre-magnetic cap were almost a completely different fragrance. I have no experience with it. This is the only one I've ever had. But I love this stuff. In fact, I think I even love it more than the Gentleman's EDT, because the Gentleman's EDT to me seems like they focused more on that white Omani or silver frankincense that they do so well. And it's a beautiful frankincense note in here. This is the original Gentleman's Eau de Toilette, but they I feel like they took out some of that animalic civet. Like this is almost made to be like a cologne version of Gold Man, if that makes sense. So this could be like winter, and this could be like your summer version. All right, we're getting off track. We're 35 minutes in. I've only sprayed one. Let's spray the next one here. Well, let me see if there's a little write-up on the Meleg website. Meleg Civet Cat Chypre. Let's see. Meleg Perfumes. Civet Cat Chypre. Perfumery is a secretive art, especially for an uncultured Slovak peasant like me. Wow, there's an opening sentence. And as much as everyone doubts me, and as uneducated and unsophisticated as I am, I possess the one quality a family fortune can never buy. I have a curious mind. And it's with this curiosity that I taught myself how to make perfumes. When I first started out, the only information I could gather was from the public domain, mostly turn-of-the-century apothecary books with formulas for headache, sore feet, and dry cough, but books that also include simple cologne recipes. From cologne to fougere to chypres, I trace the development of perfumery. For 4 years, I washed buses nights, landscaped on weekends, and studied perfumery alone in my bedroom in my free time. As my knowledge base grew, so too did my materials library and formula complexity. Civic Cat Chypre expresses my beginnings, my respect for vintage French perfumery. Top notes: bergamot, lemon, clary sage, lavender. And it says bergamot from Italy, lemon from California, clary sage from Russia, lavender from the French Alps. Mid notes: rose otto and absolute from Egypt. Jasmine grandiflorium absolute from India, cedarwood Canada, and carrot seed USA. Base notes of orris butter Italy, Indian sandalwood, labdanum, Crete, in Greece, tonka bean absolute from France, civet musk from Ethiopia, and oak moss absolute from Serbia and Croatia. Ah, shout out to you, Dushan. Very nice there. Very nice. Yes. Russian Adams new stuff. Yes. All my kidneys already sold, Ajay. I've bought all of the sorry, I bought them all. No one else can have any. No, they look amazing. They look absolutely amazing. 2,500 for the whole set. Rachel really wanted the Quinam one. It's the most expensive one. Yes. 2,500 for the whole set, plus tax, I assume. Oof. Have you smelled vintage Ubar? Yes, I did a video on it. Oh, vintage Ubar. No. No, I have not. Vintage Ubar, no. I smelled the one from 2009, I think it was, and I loved it. Like, that's a full bottle worthy for me if I could ever find it. Just a matter of finding it. Can't compete with you about Patous, but I love Sublime. I love Sublime too. I actually ended up getting a vintage of Sublime, and it looks like this, and it is fantastic, and it is better than the whatever they call it, designer parfums version. Who makes these? Yeah, designer parfums makes this version. And while this is still a good fragrance, if you can find this bottle at a fair price, this is unbelievable juice. I think maybe one of the most underrated Chypres. I think this is a Chypre. Just gorgeous stuff. This Civet Cat Chypre is really, really good. If I wasn't selling a kidney for if I wasn't selling a kidney for Russian Atom stuff, I might go for it. Are Ma Liberté EDT and EDP significantly different? I've never tried the EDT, but I love the EDP. I'm a big fan of the EDP. It's a beautiful labdanum. I mean, lavender. There's some similarities to Patou Pour Homme Privé too. Yeah, there's some similarities to Patou Pour Homme Privé as well. Evening, Jonathan. Good to see you, brother. I will only buy the EDP if it's a good deal. Yeah, I would love to do a comparison video one day. Hey, Vlad, what's going on, man? Good to see you. We were commenting on your artwork earlier. The question was, is it actually us, the humans, giving God the bottle of Antaeus, or is it God giving us the bottle of Antaeus? Let us know down below what you think. Most Patous are still reasonably priced. Yes, that's right. I think a lot of people don't realize that it wasn't just Patou Pour Homme that used the real oak moss and the, Jean Carleo loved using real Mysore sandalwood, lots of oak moss. And I think that's one of the reasons that, Patou Pour Homme, for example, became so popular, is it's got the Mysore and all that stuff. But other Patous do too. I mean, I think that was just his style. And I think a lot of people aren't realizing it. I bought a 15-ounce Antaeus. A 15-ounce? Are you sure it's not a flacon? I mean, are you sure it's not a factice? How many Melegs do you have to try? You're right. I should get moving. Meleg Pacific Marine. You sent me this one, Rachel. Let's do it. Let's do Pacific Marine. I really like this Civic Cat Chypre. Fantastic. Ooh, that is it's almost like it smells familiar to the one that I actually did a video on. I forgot what it was called. The Meleg that I did a video on was called North Pacific Shoreline. It had a little bit of this feel to it too. Very green with some slightly like oceanic foam-like smell. Yeah, this oceanic foam-like smell is what I'm getting right here. With almost like this fennel-like smell. It's like this fennel and this oceanic foam, and almost this like salty seaside air like accord. But there's also something minty underneath. There's like this sort of, maybe pepperminty or But it does blend beautifully with that Accord. I don't know if we humans aren't worthy of Antaeus. Yes, that's right. I don't know if I would go for something like this. Ah, Dushan, thank you, my friend. Like the stream for our team? I love it. That pink water bottle reminds me of rose milk pudding. It is fantastic, isn't it? And there's no cap, so I have to freaking be careful. I'll spill it all over the place. $15-ounce. I know, that's insane. Have you worn Scott McClintock? Yes, I did, and it is fantastic. I really like it. Really, really like it. I am shocked how much I like it, actually. Apparently, there's 100 ml bottles of Scott McClintock for men, but they're very rare. 50 ml is probably what you'll find. If you can find this for under $100, like I did, go for it. I would say go for it. But don't pay $200-300 on eBay. I mean, it's good, but they're not that good. They're not that good to pay $300 for. Yeah, this North Pacific Shoreline is, this is Pacific Marine. Pacific Marine. Let me see what the website says about Pacific Marine. Meleg Perfumes. Pacific Marine. Limited edition Pacific Marine with ambergris. 50 mils, $343.40. That is a very specific price. What's up with these very specific prices? Meters from my door lay rainforest and ocean, and this perfume captures the scent of the Pacific Northwest coast. The reason this perfume is fairly pricey is that it includes genuine white ambergris from New Zealand. If you don't know what ambergris is, use Google. Whale poop. Rosemary, menthol, and pine. Yes. Menthol, absolutely. I was thinking spearmint, but menthol hits the nail better on the head. Yeah, this sort of green pine. Imagine like trees that go right up to the cliffside before, there's a drop off into the ocean. Fir balsam absolute, seaweed absolute, cedarwood and juniper, white ambergris and mitiatar. I mean, for a aquatic, this is not bad. It's not my thing. I don't think I would go for this. It's not bad though. I can't really bash it. I can't bash it. For an aquatic, it's not bad. Zing. I love Zing germs. Yeah. Man, this Civet Cat Chypre is right up my 100% right up my alley. Like hit the nail right on the head. I can appreciate Pacific Marine, but it's not my thing. But you can tell the ingredients are high quality for sure. Absolutely for sure. I mean, it's worth 150 to me, honestly. I don't trust the reviews. I did a review off of North Pacific Shoreline. Yes, it is. This is Pacific Marine. Yeah, this is Pacific Marine, James. Thank you for that sample of North Pacific Shoreline, by the way. I think my review is my review is like one of the only real reviews on it out there, but there weren't very many bottles of North Pacific Shoreline made. I think it was like a limited edition, And this one seems like to be a limited edition as well, this Pacific Marine. They both kind of do the same thing in my book. I don't even know. They smell very similar. I mean, I'm sure there's differences, but they would fill the same gap. If you have one, I don't think you need another, in my opinion. Like a pine forest by the ocean in New England. Yes. Yes. Rich Mitch territory. There are 1,000 ml bottles out there with fragrance. Ah, yes. Your Paco Rabanne Pour Homme is insane, Jonathan. Hey, Scooby Dooby. What's happening, man? How do you like Zing? Germs? Dushan, I feel like I shouldn't like it as much as I do. I think it's fantastic. I really like it too, to be honest with you. I'm sad they discontinued it. Hola. Hey, what's happening, brother? Moods Womo. I can't believe Rich Mitch doesn't like Moods Womo anymore. That hurts the soul. Rocco Barocco joint. Scooby Dooby is cleaning house on the classics, mate. Absolutely cleaning house. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there was a video of him once too doing a stream or doing a video or something, and you could see a ferret run across his little background or whatever. So I know he's got ferrets living with him, which no offense to anyone that owns ferrets, but he is running a lab out of his home, so that, you know, you want to keep it as clean as possible is my only concern. But outside of that, the fragrances smell fantastic. Yeah, they smell fantastic. John Bro, I am wearing Musk Ravageur. He's a controversial character, banned from a few sites, including Base Notes. DIY forum where I sometimes search and interact. Really? Why is he banned? I didn't know natural tobacco could either. You have a whole canister. It's crazy, but your split EDT is mind-blowing. Yes, I love it. I absolutely love that split EDT bottle that Jonathan has. That's good stuff. There were two on eBay, one older vintage for big money and another in a dark green box for a very reasonable price. Yeah, you got to steal. You stole that, Jonathan. Absolutely stole it. All right, let me move on to Golden Guy. There's actually there's a poem on this one. You guys ready? We sat behind the fish tank in a dark corner of the bar, drinking Tokyo teas. Oof. I don't know. I don't know about that poem. Well, here goes nothing. Golden Guy. If I end up in the hospital putting all these Melegs on my skin, you guys know where to find me. All right, Golden Guy, here we go. Ooh, that's ambery, like anise, like not anise, but like black licorice and amber. Interesting. Very interesting note listing here. You know what it is? I bet you it's the worm. I bet you it's the Czechoslovakian wormwood that I'm getting. This sort of black licorice, ambery, boozy-like smell. So apparently in the top, we've got American oak wood, CO2 extract, British Beef Eater Gin. Wow, that is very specific. I wonder if the brand like did a collab with them, because I saw a fragrance from DS and Durga called Spirit of the Glen, and Glenfiddich actually like collabed with them. I wonder if Beef Eater Gin actually collabed with Meleg on this, or if he just decided to use that. There once was a Chanel fan from Mississauga. Yes. Who was that, Galen? If you have an allergic reaction, we'll call an ambulance. I live kind of in the country, so they may not make it. This is not bad. It's very, very, I'm still getting a lot of black licorice. It's smelling like a Parfums Cortana fragrance, to be honest with you. If you've ever smelled some of the Parfums Cortanas where they try to smell like with that dangerous, poisonous flower feel, like that ambery. I'm forgetting which one I'm thinking about. Maybe Blood Flower. I think it was. I think Blood Flower was the one that had that licorice note. There's a little bit of Blood Flower in here, but it's not bad. Let's see the whole note listing. So French apricot. There's definitely a little bit of a fruitiness, but I don't know if I'd have picked out apricot. Canadian blackberry with a base of French Chambord liqueur and Virginian tobacco. Uh-oh. Is this the tobacco one? Ifra, I am the ambulance. Oh, if I like pass out because of Meleg's fragrances, it'll be like the greatest billboard for Ifra of all time. I will never let it down. That drove everyone crazy, not to mention he asked basic questions in the forum, and a few months later, he'd teach in his perfume courses. Oh, he was that guy, huh? No one likes that guy. No one likes the passive-aggressive guy, I'll tell you that. Golden Guy. Let me see what Meleg's little website says about it. Golden Guy. This one's only $164 for 50 ml. It says the Golden Guy, smoke, drink, and sex, a late night wanderlust of live music, samurai museums and bare knuckle fights. Kabuki Cho has Godzilla statues, bathhouses, the robot restaurant, 5-star sushi dining, dance clubs, and adult-centered internet cafes. Rent your prince or princess for the evening as you navigate love hotels of every imaginable theme. And there, smack dab in the middle of the world's largest red light district, lay the poets, playwrights, and intellectuals hang out. Golden Guy. Golden Guy has 300 miniature speakeasies. Each alley and staircase leads you to a completely different experience. There are jazz cafes, Alice in Wonderland, cyberpunk mirrored bars, the Who bar. I have yet to see Johnny's Eyes, flamenco, chess, shogi, and puzzle photography bars, bars and barbecue pits for horse racing fanatics, a Mexican pro wrestling lounge walled in tinfoil and red light, where the 400-pound, 6'6" transgendered sumo wrestler greets you with a huge smile. Welcome to the Golden Guy. Wow. I think this blurb just made Serge Luton blush. My goodness. Notes, Virginia sweet pipe tobacco tinctured in a variety of liqueurs. Chambord, blackberry and raspberry liqueur from France, absinthe from the Czech Republic, Canadian Club Northern Rye whiskey, Beefeater gin, Virginian tobacco absolute from Eden Botanicals, Canadian cedarwood, rose absolute, tonka bean absolute, bourbon vanilla from Madagascar. Okay. This is not bad. I mean, it's kind of what it says on the thing. Drink, sex and rock and roll smoke, drink, and sex and rock and roll is a pretty good write up for this. It's not bad. It's my perfume. Let me know of that poem. Now I'm feeling lightheaded. You guys are like subconsciously making me think this is like poisoning me. I'm like psyching myself out here. Smelly's, God, no. Please don't talk about Smelly. If this stream turns into anything like Smelly's, you just slap the shit out of me. Hope Ramsey doesn't become a double amputee. Oh, shit. You guys are scaring me. Maybe I should put these last ones on paper. Not actually. No, please. Not Smelly. I remember thinking they were pretty decent. They're not bad. They're not bad. This Civet Cat Chypre is spot on me, though. I think this is his best work so far. Super chat now. As far as indie perfumer vintage style Chypres go, I think I'll prioritize Darren Allen Chypres #1 over Civet Cat. I can respect that. They're both very good, but I think I'm digging the Civet Cat Chypre. I'm almost getting a little bit of this tanned leather coming from it now too. That is really good. That is definitely Meleg's best work, hands down. There's no doubt about it in my mind. No doubt about it in my mind. This Golden Guy is starting to turn into like a Parfum de Marly fragrance, though. It feels like there's a lot of like ambery, woody materials in it. Feels like there's a lot. Darren Allen's work is very good. Working my way through his sample set. Nice. Oud Satin Mood Extrait made my chest really stuffy. I've never smelled it. There are at least 5 as it stands, and I'd be happy to add to the collection. Damn. Which 5, Jonathan? Which 5? All right, let's see what we got next. I feel like I'm going to have to go wash all this off before I go to bed. Next is Vienna 1900 Chocolate Patchouli. Another poem. Old Leaves by Kenneth Slade Ayling. Old leaves, the angled dust are in my hand, and if I close and crush the weightless plains, I'll lose the palpability that now pleases the flesh, which loves that strange embrace. Not sure about his little poems, although the website blurbs are usually pretty damn funny. Yeah, you got to go way back in time to get to the nitro musks. Were there nitro musks in the 80s, or were they already banned by then? Musk Ravageur smells like cat fur with a little piss and creme brulee. Does Meleg have anything even more feral? I would say it's, yeah, I don't think Musk Ravageur is that feral or dirty or anything like that. I am going to spray these last ones on cards, though, since you guys freaked me out. We're calling an audible. We're going to audible to cards. Sponsored by Chemi. No, just kidding. Already banned from what I know, and Hope still around in the 70s. Yeah, they were saying that they were finding that nitro must stuff in mother's breast milk and all kind of stuff like that, from what I heard. Musk ketone is still safe to use, but restricted. All right, so this is Vienna 1900. Nice. I can't remember exactly which ones I tried. That's the problem with trying a bunch of them in a stream like this, is they all sort of blend together. Gonzalo, this is a question for you, my friend. What's a nitro must? Sean asks. All right, Vienna 1900. Here we go. I gotta let this settle down. I don't think I like that right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, I don't think I like this. Vienna 1900. Zero results. Did I spell it wrong? Vienna. Nope, I didn't spell it wrong. It's not even on his website. Try 1900. Oh, let's try Meleg Vienna 1900. He doesn't have it on his own website. That's very strange. So on base notes, it says it's an aged patchouli attar with bergamot, petitgrain, orange blossom, sweet orange, and raspberry. I think I'm getting a lot of the of this like orange blossom neroli thing in the opening. Geranium, frankincense, cedarwood, marigold, and jasmine. 12-year-old oak barrel aged patchouli, sandalwood, woody amber accord, cashmere accord, orris labdanum, cacao, and vanilla. I'm gonna have to put this on skin. I don't think the card is doing this justice. Sean, a musk that has a nitrogen atom somewhere. My chemistry is not that good. Hell, that's good enough answer as any, Gonzalo. But very good fixatives, maybe too good. Nitro musks were used as fixatives, but they banned them because they were highly explosive and some lab accidents. Not sure if they were any allergens. Yeah, no, they were, I think they were not good. They were finding them in everything. They were finding them in like wastewater, mother's breast milk. I mean, it was staying in everywhere place you could imagine. Dunk, what's happening, brother? What up, Dunk? Indeed. I gotta put this on skin. The things I do for you guys, risking my life with Meleg Perfumes. All right, Vienna's going on the right arm. Now I'm gonna lose both arms. It was not easy. It was not easy, my friend. Not easy at all. And actually, since I've mentioned it and it became kind of a thing, a couple people from the stream have found it. I think Ali found one. Scott found one from Germany. But they're just a ghost. They are just absolutely a ghost. So this is actually even worse of an opening on skin. I don't like that opening, I'll tell you that. I didn't like it on card. I like it even less on skin. It's mentholated and harsh, and the orange blossom and this neroli like accord is like really overdone. It almost smells like the mentholated opening in that Pacific Marine that I put on my wrist. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't understand this name either. Vienna 1900 chocolate patchouli. At least maybe I got to wait for the dry down, but I'm not getting not what I would expect a patchouli accord to smell like in the opening. I got to let this dry. This might be one we got to let some time go by. Maybe the cat becomes a tiger since Chypres are the best shapeshifters. It is amazing, actually. I'm not going to lie. I am a big fan of that Civet Cat Chypre. If Meleg ever gets around to sending free bottles, that's the one I'm asking him for, because that's his best work, I think. This, Duncan, this took me some serious digging to find. Hascish Homme. And it is a ghost. It is straight up a ghost. I think Scott found one in Germany. And I think Ali, like as soon as I talked about it on that blind sniffing scream, I think Ali bought one. But other than that, I mean, you're gonna have to cross your fingers and pray, I think. It's hard to find. And there is a flanker as well, which I made my brother Rich Mitch buy for me. I texted him and I said, hey man, there is a bottle of Hascish Homme Black, the flanker, on UK eBay. Buy it right now. He woke up in the middle of the night, bought it, fell back asleep, woke up the next day, and he was like, dude, I thought I dreamed that. Like I was dreaming about buying vintage perfume for you. And I was like, no, you bought me the vintage perfume. He's like, oh shit, I did? I bought it? I must have bought it and went back to sleep. So there's a flanker to that, and Rich Mitch bought it for me. Now we just have to get it here. God forbid we have to get it over the ocean somehow, some way. It has to be sent to me. Somehow, some way. You like that? Yeah. You like the Express Lion? Glad to see Adidas on the 85 list. It is fantastic. That Adidas has grown on me tremendously. What a recommendation. Your best recommendation, Justin. Your best recommendation. That Adidas 85. Honestly, one of the best lavenders I think I've smelled. It is it punches way above its weight class. I think Amouage had bottles. I don't know if he still does, but Amouage had bottles of this. And don't make the mistake that I made where you see Adidas and you're like, oh shit, it's going to be shite. It's an Adidas fragrance. Do not make that mistake. Of all of the Adidas fragrances to get, the original one from 85 is the one that I would recommend. If you're going to get one, get this one. Oh, it's beautiful. Fantastic stuff. Hey, no one bans alcohol even though it's unhealthy. True that. Well, they tried. Remember, they did try. I don't really get too concerned about the safety of what's in the perfumes I use. I'm certain that some are unhealthy to some degree, but I think we're all exposed to worse stuff every day. Yeah, that's true. I mean, just think about the God knows what this thing puts off, and we have it in our pocket all day, right next to our junk. And then, we sleep with it right next to our head. And you just never know nowadays, not to mention if you buy stuff from the grocery store, who knows what's actually in the food you're buying. So yeah, I'm with you. We're exposed to all kind of stuff all day, every day. So I think once this like mentholated top, which I think was a terrible decision to open up with, dries down on this 1900 Vienna aged patchouli thing that he made. I think once that patchouli comes out, it'll be better. But the opening is pretty brutal. Meleg Vienna. Vienna chocolate patchouli, raspberry, orange, bergamot, orange blossom, and petit grain, frankincense, geranium, cedarwood, jasmine absolute, and marigold, patchouli, cacao absolute, amber, sandalwood, vanilla absolute, cashmere, labdanum, and orris root. It's just that mentholated orange blossom thing in the opening is really weird. I don't like that. No, I'm not a fan of that. I have to go back and smell the Civet Cat Chypre to reset my nose every time I smell something I don't like. Yeah, this golden guy is starting to smell like a Parfum de Marly fragrance. It is Amberwood City. At least it smells that way to me. It smells that way to me. Justin, I'm nuts about my Mousse Illuminae. I'm glad you like it. It's really good. My bottle's under lock and key, but it's fantastic. And it's great for this time of year too. Tried some early Meleg. They are much better than his new stuff. That's what I heard. I heard a lot of people saying that, Dunk. Yeah. There's now a bottle of hashish on Italian eBay. Grab it. Grab it right now. Who's in Italy? GMG. This is on you. This is your chance. This is your chance. At 264, you should pay that smiling for hashish Homme. You should pay that smiling. I was joking with who was I joking with earlier? It must have been Scott. I was like, dude, the new lineup may be like Bellamy, Antaeus, or Antaeus, Bellamy, Koros, and Hashish Homme. And he was like, what? It's that good. Where was I? Here I was. Everything causes cancer in 2023. If there are a bunch of crooks who work to get stuff banned so Givaudan and Firmenich can sell a patented synthetic, that's exactly what I think too. You summed it up perfectly, Ian. I think you're spot on. I think you are 100% spot on. It's a big club. Ugh. PDM frag, huh? This golden guy smells like it could be a PDM or an Initio or something. It's starting to get really amber woody in the base. I mean, maybe just a step above Initio or Parfum de Marly. God, the Civet Cat Chypre was really good. You sent me some of that Russian leather last year. Pretty good stuff. I also have newer Civet Cat Chypre. It's nice, but the juice is clear compared to the dark green older bottles. Reform issues suck, man. Need to sort out a bigger bottle. It's fantastic, isn't it? Who would have thought? An Adidas? I think I sent you the older stuff, John. I sleep with phone across the room. Smart man. Smart man. Glyphosates are in food, water, air, dirt, and they're destroying the natural world and ruining humanity's brains. I'll take my chances on vintage perfume. Yes, that's right. I'll take my chances indeed. That Portos grew on me. That's what I'm talking about, Justin. That is what I'm talking about. I told you it would. I told you it would. This is directly from the duck den, too, by the way. This is straight from England. Straight from England. Actually, straight from Texas to England and then back to Texas because he bought this from Mudassir. GMG bought it for $90. Absolute steal. Absolute steal for this. I wore this to work last week. I mean, felt like a god. Felt like a man amongst boys. That green Artemisia opening that just melts into that castoreum base. Ugh. Leathery. Ugh. They won't ship from Italy? Yes, that's right. Sherazade or something. Yeah, it is Sherazade. No, I would love to try it. Between him and Russian Adams, History of Oud collection, I'm not going to have any money. I'm going to be fat. I'm going to be flat broke. All right, let's try the last two. We've got Mushin, and we have another poem from Ting Yun in 1878. I assume this is going to make no sense again, but let's read it. Along the perimeter, in a spiral, in a circle, burning evenly, burning smoothly, making the paths closer still, bending in and out, finally unfolding, moving in accord with heaven's design. There you go. Mushin. All right, Mushin, you're going on bicep here. So if you're going to burn my arm off, we're pretty high up, buddy. So please don't hurt me. Mushin. Mushin, you say? All right, so according to the card, according to the all-knowing card, we have, I love Portos. We have French Apricot Natural, Japanese Osmanthus. I do love Osmanthus. Middle notes of Sri Lankan cinnamon, Japanese hinoki wood, Japanese incense accord, excuse me, with a base of Indian sandalwood and Vietnamese oud. Interesting. I like this so far. Portos is the only frag I'll wear that still gives me a headache. Portos gives you a headache. Not me. I love the stuff. Parfum de Marly's give me a headache sometimes. Initios give me a headache. That Dior I wore the other day kind of gave me a headache. But vintage, almost never. When I bought Portos is when I was sick and couldn't smell it. Oh my God, it's incredible. I told you to stick with it. I'm glad you did. You have created your collection with like some of the greatest fragrances from the past, just right out of the gate for peanuts on the dollar, pennies on the dollar, the way you're able to put your collection together. You should be over the moon with how your collection has grown, Justin. Is Xerjoff Homme on the same level as Roja's Great Britain? Yes. Yeah. But I have an older bottle is the thing. I have an older refill. So I don't know what the new stuff of Homme is like, but yeah, it's really good. It's one of my favorite niche leathers, along with Roja's Great Britain, Dior's Cuir. As far as niche leather goes, Pure Distance M, Roja's Fetiche is another one right here. And yeah, definitely the best Xerjoff, hands down. No question about it. It's not even a question. I would like a vintage bottle of Richwood. Richwood is the other Xerjoff that I really did like. But there's no way I'm giving someone $1,000 for it or something. Like if I find a bottle at a reasonable price in the vintage format, I would go for it. This listing of Hascish claims they will ship to all but Ukraine, Belarus, and USSR. Try to buy it. I think I tried to buy it and it wouldn't let me. I think it wanted me to switch my address. But if you can buy it, Scooby Dooby, and you've got the cash to burn, and you don't own Hascish Homme yet, on the rate you're going collecting classics, this would be like a feather in your cap. I'm telling you. Trust me, I'm telling you. Scott wrote me back after getting it from Germany, and he was like, dude, this is everything you said it is. He's like, it's unbelievable. Go watch my, if you want my true uncut feeling on that, go watch my blind sniff video where that was one of the blind sniffs. And as soon as I put it on my arm, I was like, what is this and why do I not have it and why do I not know about it? Armando just bringing the heat. All right, let's read about this this Mushin. It's okay. I like it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I want to get the whole damn set. I want to get all of them. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. I don't do the whole website thing is the problem. So if Russian Adam will set it aside for me, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm not going to go on there and like click buy and fight a million other people for it. That's just not my thing. But yeah, if he'll set aside a set for me, I'm going to get the whole set. Oh man, I really dislike him too, Ian. And to be quite honest, you know, I actually got my 100 ml of silver oud. It's right here for like $350, no tax, shipped. When it was selling for 500, I was like, fuck it, I'll go for the 100 ml. Looking back on it now, I wish I would have got the 50 ml. There's just always that question in my mind, like now, like, did it get reformulated or, you know, that kind of thing. So I wish I would have went for the old 50 mils, but I really dislike him too. I'll tell you what, though, if you like tobacco and you like the Parfum de Marly, like tobacco, you know, if you like Herod, but maybe you want like a higher quality of Herod, this Golden Guy is actually not bad, even though it's definite amber woods, huge feelings of amber woody materials in there. It's okay. I don't mind it. Let me read what his website says about Mushin. Mushin Kyoto Incense, 50 mils, $167.88. What is with the pricing? Loosely translated from the Japanese Mushin, basically mental clarity. It's a state of relaxed concentration. Athletes call this kind of mindset flow. And I suppose jazz musicians express being in the groove. I feel Mushin when making perfumes. I feel completely and utterly absorbed in the creative process. Mushin opens with osmanthus softened in a buttery sandalwood and recreates incense. You smell wandering temples and gardens of Kyoto. You know what it smells like to me? It smells like a slight incense accord with lotion. That's kind of what it smells like, this apricot lotion. It's okay. I don't know about this one. I figured the oud would make more of an appearance, but it must be kind of a base note, must be kind of a spine of the fragrance, you know? You like oud for greatness, Ajay. Get the fuck out. I'm just messing with you. I hate oud for greatness, though. There's a sharp note that messes it up. It might be neroli, a sharp note. Yes, I would love a vintage of gold. I would love a vintage of gold in this bottle. In this bottle. I want gold in this bottle right here. I need to review this. There's like 0 reviews of silver crystal Man on YouTube. The face you made in the blind sniff, I remember. Oh yeah, it was like, what the fuck is this? If I was gonna buy a bottle of Myths or Gold, oh Jesus, Sean, how could you ask that? I mean, I can't answer that. I can't. I love them both. I mean, Myths is. I wore Myths the other day. Yeah, I wore Myths the other day. It's fantastic. I need to get drunk enough to make bad decisions so I can buy that new Areej set. I want the whole thing, like all of them. Yes, the long haul waiting list indeed. It is fantastic stuff, Jonathan. It is amazing. Did you end up getting that Taif Attar? I have not tried 2. I've tried 3, and it was okay. I mean, it was kind of what I expected. Still hunting it. Yeah, my Gold Man is Snap Cap. I was going to keep the cap from Jubilation. Yeah, I hear the Snap Cap is almost like a completely different fragrance. That's what someone told me from the magnetic cap. I don't have cap. I'm glad you didn't. Hey, what's going on? Ah, La Jus Sans Fates, a beauty. Dre Foudon, a beauty indeed. Yes. It's good stuff. All right, let's put this last one on. Yeah, I don't think I like this Mushin. Not for me. Let's see. Canadian Gentleman. Someone was saying, maybe it was Mike V. He was saying this is one of his favorite Fougere fragrances. There's a Canadian camping song on the front. It says, a white tent pitched by a glassy lake, well under a shady tree, or by rippling rills from the grand old hills, is the summer home for me. I fear no blaze of the noontide rays, for the woodland glades are mine. The fragrant air in that perfume rare, the odor of forest pine. Okay. Let's see. Canadian Gentleman. 50 mils, $167.88. No, exactly how much does it cost? All right, let's spray this bad boy. I assume this is going to be very pleasant. That's my guess. The new line from Areej is way too much, doesn't justify. Well, dude, I just tested a Spirit of Dubai fragrance that was $1,095, and it smelled like a designer. I mean, those ouds are going to be some of the best ouds you'll ever smell in your life, in my opinion, Vlad. So it's hard to say it doesn't justify it, because like that Kinom, there's going to be 50 bottles made for the entire world, and he's not doing a second run. So is it that much? I mean, when you really think about it, I don't know. of the Taif. Yeah, this is very pleasant. This Canadian gentleman. It is it's almost like shaving foam, lavender, sort of this this citrusy herbal thing. Yeah, very classy, very traditional. Imagine like a niche version of something like this. Imagine a niche version of something like YSL's Rive Gauche pour Homme. Yeah, this sort of shaving foam, very classy, very, very classy. Let's see what the website says. It says, Canadian Gentleman is a masculine, idealized vintage fougere, fresh, soapy, and sweetened with pine resins. Yeah, I'm getting the soap now, but I could see the pine underneath. This diffusive cologne lasts all day. Cedarwood, fir balsam absolute, and castoreum all come from local Canadian artisans and suppliers. I have paired these local materials with Omani frankincense, French lavender, and vintage musk ketone. Enjoy, Matthew R. Meleg. Top notes, rosemary, mint, organic pink pepper. Middle notes, cedarwood, lavender, fir balsam absolute, juniper and frankincense, and cedarwood co-distillation, and musk ketone and benzoin. Interesting. Yes, actually I did smell complex. It was the bonus fragrance in the last blind sniff video that I did. Yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't buy it, but it was okay. I think I liked the other Bodicea the Victorious better. And what was the one that I liked better called? Hang on, I'll tell you. Give me a second and I'll tell you. The one that I liked better was called what was it called? Was it Enchanting? No, I don't think it was Enchanting. Intricate. Yeah, it was called Intricate. Intricate's the one that I would buy. If you made me buy one Bodicea the Victorious, it would be called Intricate. That's the one. But it's still available on the Areej website. One moment, please. I saw the perfume, but not buying quarter bottles for $4.50. I would love the vintage Malik Al Taif. That is one that is really on my wish list. The new Atars, yeah. Yeah, Ajay sent me Civet Cat Chypre, and or Civet Bomb, I'm sorry. Civet Bomb by Areej Dore, and it's quite nice. I really liked Civet Bomb. I'll have to talk about it soon. Have you tried any from Zworykina? Yes, I tried this one. Anna Zworykina's Cuir de Russie. It's quite nice. It's very sticky, resinous, smoky. Yeah, very sticky and resinous and smoky. Yeah, the only problem with those Bodicea the Victorious, Travis, is that I feel like they put all of their effort into the first like 2 to 3 hours of the fragrance, and then as it continues to dry down, it just falls apart. The fragrance just like completely implodes, you know. So yes. Green leather from Daniel Jousier is a great fruity leather. I've never smelled that one, Dunk. Actually, I don't think I've ever smelled anything from that brand ever. Thanks for being here, Mr. Inglewood. Good to see you, my friend. Feels like it's so hard to catch your lives. I have so many questions. I got about 15 more minutes and then I gotta hop because I do have to work tomorrow. You need to try Blue Sapphire. It's on the list. I think Paolo said he's going to send me a sample, so it should be on the list. I like this Canadian gentleman. I completely see why Mike V says this is his favorite sort of barbershop niche fragrance. It's good. I mean, I wouldn't run out and buy it or anything since I've got Rive Gauche Pour, but it's not bad. I think my favorite of the bunch, though, is this Civet Cat Chypre. This is the one that really took me by surprise. Like, imagine a blend of Guerlains like Mitsouku and Shalimar with like a little bit of that Le Lion labdanum thrown in. Fantastic stuff. Michael, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Do you have any opinions on Atelier Dore's? No. I've never smelled anything from them. I think maybe I've got a sample or two floating around up there, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet. One of these days, I'll get to it, and we will do an Atelier Dore's early impression video, most likely. It'll probably be one of the late night insights. But as far as the next live stream, I mean, I've enjoyed getting to know these Melegs, but really the only one that moved me was the very first one, that Civet Cat Chypre. I'm gonna put that dead smack at the top of my potential to buy list. Layered frags. What'd you layer? What are you layering, Michael? Do not layer, sir. Do not layer. Layering is a sin. Yeah, the new stuff is. I really just try it for the channel. A lot of that stuff is for the channel. Like that Dior I tried the other day, Spice Blend, I knew it was going to suck. And I wore it as my scent of the day anyways. I sacrificed for the video for the channel. Spray of one-man show oud under 2 sprays of Furyo. Oh, shit. Those are 2 bombs, Michael. Late to the chat, new to the hobby. I'm really enjoying your reviews. I ordered the Discovery set from Meleg, and I'm greatly anticipating trying his creations. Nice. Good to hear it, Jennifer. Thanks for being here. Taking a cue from Arabic Perfume, wearing oud under florals. I mean, one thing that Russian Adam told me he does is he'll actually spray some oud and then spray the fragrance on top, but just oud. You know, not like a oud composition, but just oud itself, and then spray the fragrance on top. And I could see that working. If I was going to ever layer, that would be the way that I would do it. So So yes. Well, this has been fun. I've enjoyed getting to know these Melegs. I don't think I'll run out and buy any. But they're not bad. As long as they don't burn a hole through my skin and I don't have to go to the hospital, I would say I've enjoyed smelling them. They seem pretty good quality. They seem pretty good quality indeed. So yes, we've been at it an hour and 45 minutes. Unfortunately, my usual 2.5 hours is going to have to shorten because of the fact that I have work tomorrow, and I did an hour video before the live. So we're probably going to have to call this one a little bit early. But thanks for joining in. Thanks for being here, and like the stream before you leave. It does help with the algorithm, like I've said before. Hopefully I'll get to do another one of these streams before I've got to put my head in some books and stay busy for a little bit. But we'll see whether the next stream will be on Fragrance du Bois, whether it'll be on Imaginary Authors, or whether it'll be on Guerlain Celine half and half. I think I've got 3 Guerlains and 3 Celines that we can try. So an LVMH stream. So it'll be one of those 3 most likely. So thanks for being here, everybody. Cheers, guys. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.